Hello and thank you for watching Coral Gables Television. Today on the holiday edition of Coral Gables Now, find out how you can help bring smiles to the faces of children and seniors in need this holiday season. Plus, you don't have to detour from Bird Road when it rains. Drainage issues have been fixed. And go inside some of the city's most beautiful kitchens. Those stories and much more. Coral Gables Now starts right now. Hello and welcome to Coral Gables Now. I'm Belkis Perez. It's the holiday season, and that means during the holidays the police department is hard at work trying to brighten up the lives of children in need. Now joining us today is Officer Kelly Denham from the Community Affairs Unit here at the police department. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me on.
So tell me about this toy drive. You do a toy drive every year and you donate to children, not necessarily that are in our area actually. For the holidays. Tell me about that.
Well, this is about our 20th year that we've been doing this. We partner up with the Coral Gables Fire Department. Both of the explorers, both the fire explorers and the police explorers, help in this endeavor. We start about the day after Thanksgiving.
Wow. And
we start collecting toys for hundreds of kids outside of our community that are in need. We go down to the Chapman Homeless Center in Homestead, Florida, and we actually wrap the toys. The kids hand them out to the children that are living in this facility, and it's a good learning experience for all of them, and they really look forward to doing it every year.
So, for example, this homestead place that you give the toys to, is this a place that would have normally not, these children would have normally not gotten toys?
They really depend on us every year. We've been doing it, and we've tried to get other organizations to help, and everybody has their own cause. So we're really important to the shelter because we want to make sure they're already living in a situation where they're not in a home, but we want no child to go without a toy. So it's very important to us to get people involved and just come by, donate a toy so that we can wrap it and spend the time to get it to a child in need.
And that's not the only place that these toys go to.
Oh no, the fire department takes it over to the Barnyard Aftercare Center in Coconut Grove. They deliver, they come on the fire truck and they deliver the toys. So we each hit different communities, and we also, when we have leftover toys, because sometimes people will still donate after our cutoff on the 21st, and we give it to Three Kings, we give it to abused children through our Victims Advocate. So we don't store the toys here. What we do is we find a home for every toy.
So Kelly, tell me a little bit about this. These are toys that you've gotten already.
Yes,
right?
the other
night. This is an example of what we've got.
Right. Okay. The other night, the Coral Gables Seroptimus group collected toys to donate to the charity, and the ladies brought in. They started our kickoff, so we've already got some toys donated, which is great. It really gets us going, and then we're going to be placing boxes in different locations that anybody can drop off. Here at the police department, we're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they can just walk right in, drop the toy in the box, and it'll get down to us and we can get it wrapped.
So is this an example of what you would like people to donate? What's the age range that we're going for? We
shoot for the age range to newborns, because you know even the newborns need something, all the way up to 18. We are looking for new unwrapped toys, because what we do is we take the toy, age appropriate it, and then wrap it for a boy or a girl, and we actually put their name on it, so it's personalized, so they can actually open it on Christmas morning.
Right, that's very nice. So tell me about the different locations where people can drop off.
Well, like I said before, the Coral Gables Police Department, in the lobby, there's boxes, kind of like what we have right here. So you can't miss them. They're wrapped and they have the information on there. And they're located also at the 3 fire departments here on Salcedo, Fire Station 2, which is located on US 1, and then all the way down Fire Station 3 on Old Cutler Road. They always have a box. You can always tap on the door and tell the firemen that you want to drop off a toy, and they'll put it in the box and we collect it. And this year we're adding the youth center. as a convenient way to drop off toys so that they can get to those needy kids.
Okay, is there any age group that in particular you've noticed throughout the years that need more attention than another group? Or?
It's our older kids.
Really?
It's probably the 11 to 15-year-olds. These toys are probably somewhere between 5 and 7, and we get plenty of, but we also receive donations. We have wonderful people that decide that they might not want to buy a toy, but they'll donate money, and when we can't fulfill that age group, we actually go on a shopping spree over at a location. It's usually Walmart, and then we can get those toys that we didn't fill, and that way no child goes without having a toy.
That's great. And you were telling me how you've had different instances where you also try and collect money with car washes and things like that.
Oh yes, we do
different events.
We do an annual car wash every year to do the second weekend in December, and people can either drop off toys or we actually take the car wash money. So the kids are out there washing cars for a good cause to collect the money to go buy those toys that we need.
Yeah, it's a great experience for the explorers.
Well, it teaches them that there are other people less fortunate, and they really look forward to it every year. They realize that there's other people in need, and they don't mind helping. Both the fire and the police explorer, the kids really do a great job.
Okay, and you said that the 21st is really the deadline, but even if you decide that, like a procrastinator over here who does their holiday shopping very late, you can still drop it off and you'll find a
Absolutely, we will always find a home for that toy.
All right, thank you so much,
Thank you,
Officer Kelly. So basically, as Officer Denham was saying, there are several different locations where you can drop off toys. You've got the police station, you've got the 3 fire stations, and this year you've got the youth center as well. So as you're doing your holiday shopping, make sure you get an extra toy for those kids in need. We'll be right back with more of Coral Gables Now. Welcome back. During this festive season, we gather with family and friends, but for some seniors, this could be a time of isolation and sometimes even depression. Thankfully, one organization wants to make sure that seniors feel loved and appreciated. Joining us today is Gabriel de Armas Jr., Community Services Director at Home Instead Senior Care, and he is here to tell us how you can be a Santa to a senior. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
So you were collecting, earlier in the show we had a section where we were trying to generate toy drives, toys for children, but there's this other segment of the population that really is in need, and it's all year round as well.
That's correct. And often overlooked is,
yes,
is the seniors in our population. So about 8 years ago, we started partnering. And when I say we, I mean Home Instead Senior Care. We partnered with local nonprofit agencies and retailers right here in Coral Gables to help us facilitate Be a Santa to a senior.
Before this happened, did you notice that there was no one doing it, and that's why you guys stepped in to do it?
It was actually Home Instead Senior Care is a franchise, and a gentleman in Texas came up with the idea originally. And it didn't take much for us to adopt a program here, and now it's actually being done all over the country.
Wow. So how can people get involved and provide gifts for the seniors, which sometimes, you know, they live in a place where they're alone, they have very few friends, very few avenues to get out and just interact with other people. How do you get to them, and how do you determine who gets these gifts?
Well, we try to target the neediest seniors in the community. With the help of the Meals on Wheels program, and specific nursing homes in the community, we try to go to our activity directors or to our social workers, find out who these seniors are and what can they benefit with through this program. Mm-hmm. And the things that we ask for are so simple, we take them for granted. Mm-hmm. You know, blankets and towels and slippers and house coats, a large number clock, for example. And these are the things that that we get asked for, and we're like,
you should have this already.
Yeah, I mean, they're not asking for food processors, they're asking for general things that would just make life a little easier.
And let's give an idea of what these items are. Gabriel was able to bring some. We've got that large clock that you were talking about. Very simple, not very convenient, and for a senior, you know, you need those big numbers.
Absolutely.
And you also have slippers. That's also pretty popular.
Slippers are very popular. Blankets are very popular. Toiletries, socks. They go a long way. They go a long way.
Where I was in a Walgreens recently and I saw a tree. It was a holiday tree and it had some of these little ornaments on it, and it was your organization who had put it there, and it was very interesting. As you said, it was it'll tell you that it was a senior. It's a man.
Okay.
And then medium socks, and I think he wanted also a grabber, one of those extensions. So it's very simple things, and you know, when you could even pick up some of those items while you're at the store.
Absolutely. Well, we were very fortunate to partner with Walgreens. There's about 18 locations throughout the Gables and around the Gables where you can go into that local Walgreens, see the tree, be able to pick an ornament, whether a male or a female. Some of them have the specific name, and it'll have 3 gift ideas. The ornament actually looks like this.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Okay, and it'll have 3 things that you can purchase for this individual, and usually a size, or male or a female. Buy the gift, and you can leave it right there at the store.
And you don't even, you know, I'm looking at Marilee, who wants also a gift certificate for Publix. I saw that at the one that I went to, very popular as well. These people are on fixed budgets.
Yeah.
And so they're looking for something to extend their food supply.
Well, you know, the slumping economy poses a lot of problems for seniors, especially being on a fixed income. So aside from the fact that they are isolated, they could use this visit, and they could use this act of kindness. Goes a long way.
Yeah. Have you noticed that, has the recession done anything to your donation?
It's only allowed us to work a little harder. And the folks like the Coral Gables Chamber of Commerce, like the Giving Tree, like the PAL program right here in the city, have stuck by us. This is going to be our 8th year now. And in 8 years, we've been able to facilitate over 15,000 gifts.
Wow. Okay. And there's a certain point where you've got a cutoff that you need these gifts brought in. How does that work?
Well, the trees are going to be up until the 6th of December.
Okay.
After that, they can reach us at our office. Would you like me to say the number?
Sure.
It's at 786-845-0888.
Okay.
And we'll find a way to get that gift to a lonely senior in the community.
Yeah, and even if it's not that same senior, that gift will still be used and will still be given to someone in need.
Absolutely. There are so many nursing homes and so many seniors within our community that can use a little pick-me-up. That gift, please don't leave it in the trunk of your car.
Exactly.
Just because you missed the cutoff date, call me and we will get it to someone who will appreciate it.
Thank you, Gabriel, so much for being here, and good luck on your gift drive.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. And if you want more information on how you can help, you can go to their website. It's basanta2asenior.com, and you can enter there your zip code, and it'll give you the list of locations where you can drop off your donations. Also, you can call Home Instead Senior Care at 786-845-0888. And coming up on Coral Gables Now, the Junior Orange Bowl Parade returns to Coral Gables. We'll have all the details in City News. And if you ever wondered what some Coral Gables homes look like on the inside, you can wonder no more. You'll have a chance. When we return, we'll tell you all about it.
Take a pop quiz with me. In what film did I feel a need for speed? What was my call sign? Who did I sit behind in the F-14? Oh, and one more question. Who does your kid sit behind in homeroom?
Know what really matters. Know about your kid's school and know about your kid. Find out 100 ways to know more, do more.
Welcome back. No more coins or dialing a phone number. Parking in Coral Gables is now as easy as pointing your phone and scanning. Tanya Leeds has that story and others on City News.
Well, Buckies, the way that it works is that you download this app right on your smartphone, and the app is called Pay by Phone. So when you get to the location that you're going to be parking at, all you have to do is put your phone, put it right on the meter so that it can get your location, and that way it already sets up on your phone where you're going to be. So then once you go out into Miracle Mile or any location in Coral Gables, you don't have to leave the place where you're at. All you have to do is go right on the app and then just add more time to the meter, making it more convenient for everyone here in Coral Gables.
But not to worry, the old system remains if you'd like to pay with coins or credit cards. Using new technology is an initiative from the city to help people to avoid having to pay parking tickets, making it more convenient. In other news, the 64th Annual Junior Orange Bowl Parade will be held on Sunday, December 30th at 4 p.m., whereas in previous years it has been held the 1st of January. This year's theme will be Sailing to New Adventures, featuring marching bands, colorful floats, and spectacular parade units that families and locals can enjoy. The route of this parade will come through Miracle Mile and end over at the Coral Gables City Hall. And finally, the Florida Department of Transportation completed drainage improvements on an area prone to flooding. The northwest corner of the intersection of Bird Road and Ponce de Leon Boulevard is now clear of future mishaps. This is another initiative of the City of Coral Gables to improve transportation and safety. For City News, this has been Tanya Leitz.
All right, thanks, Tanya. And still to come on Coral Gables Now, take a tour of exclusive homes in the city and pick up a few recipes along the way. We'll tell you how you can sign up for the Coral Gables Tour of Kitchens when we return.
Can I help you, sir?
I found these over by the stairs.
Okay, thank you.
What are they?
Love handles. Lots of people lose them taking the stairs instead of the escalator.
Welcome back. Have you ever gone through our beautiful neighborhoods and seen a beautiful house and then wondered what it looks like inside? Well, wonder no more. The popular Tour of Kitchens is back for a 4th year, and this is really an opportunity to get inspired, plan your own kitchen remodeling, or even just pick up some ideas along the way and even some recipes. Joining us to talk about this great event is Donna Reno. She's the co-chair of the Tour of Kitchens, and we also have Bill Bond. He is the chairman of the Coral Gables Community Foundation. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So tell me about Tour of Kitchens. This is the 4th year, and it seems like it gets better and better every year.
Do you want to take it?
Well, yes, it feels like it's getting better. This year we changed it a little bit to emphasize neighborhoods that in the past haven't been used in tours. The Hammock Lakes, Old Cutler, Gables Estates areas.
Yeah, because normally you would think you would want to showcase the historical houses, but there's some very beautiful houses and some really prominent architecture.
Beautiful.
Down south
absolutely.
as well.
And the word luxury is not lost on this tour this year.
That's true.
And the emphasis is also going to be on locally produced food and, of course, as always, local chefs. And we have some fantastic chefs this year. We hope to use the trolley. I believe we're booked for that. And it's going to be from 10 to 2 on January the 26th.
Okay. And for someone who hasn't attended this before, tell me what they can expect. It's a tour where you've got several houses that are. I love the fact that you don't say what houses there are until the day of the event, which is great because it adds to the mystery around going to these private homes. But what else can you find when you go and tour the kitchens?
Well, the tour starts at 10 o'clock, and we'll be starting this year from Snadero's again, and having breakfast, and then it's at that point that everyone gets that the addresses and we'll know where the homes are. There's also going to be some homes in historic Gables, the traditional areas that we have used in the past. So we'll take off on the trolley and go to probably start in the south in Hammock Lakes. And I have to tell you, the homes there are out of this world. The kitchens, very, very beautiful, very some modern, but there is a trend that we're noticing in the kitchens this year. Many of them are white with stainless steel. So we have a variety of kitchens, but we see that trend emerging in kitchens. So they'll visit at least 8 homes. We may have 1 or 2 more, I'm not sure. But they'll visit the homes, at the homes, they'll enjoy tastings from a local chef or a local restaurant, and we will also have, each home will have special kitchen table designs. A table will be fully set from, say, Pottery Barn, Williams and Sonoma, Margot, the various decor, home decor stores in the area. And after the tour is over, they'll be back in downtown Coral Gables for champagne and dessert, and perhaps book signing by authors.
Wow.
We're just putting the finishing touches on it.
So Bill, your house was one of the houses that was showcased last year. As an owner, looking at these people coming in and observing, what did you take from it? Were they surprised? Were they just mesmerized? What was your impression?
Well, Balkis, I think you hit the nail right on the head. People oftentimes go by these homes and they say, gee, that's an interesting house, and I wonder what it's like inside. And so our home was built in 1926. It was the former residence of Senator Claude Pepper and his wife Mildred. And it had fallen into disrepair, and we bought it 13 years ago and restored it, but put in a bigger, newer kitchen and a Florida room and whatnot. And so people were very surprised. You walk into the house and it's a traditional old Spanish, and our kitchen, unlike the newer ones that Don has mentioned that are white and stainless, was done in a more traditional style in keeping with that particular house. But people were surprised. There's an 11-foot island, and we had, you know, Rincon Argentino was in the restaurant in our house last year, and they had delicious foods for people. We also had a lady who was in the dining room who was purveyor of very fine pewter pieces. Unfortunately, many of which I bought. And with also some other tables were set. And so we opened our house up for the tour. A lot of times folks say, look, you know, we'd like to keep it confined into the kitchen or the patio or whatever, because there are quite a few people. There could be upwards of 400, 500 people. So, but we didn't mind, and since our home is historic, and I think people really enjoyed coming through the house. I stayed there, and lots of people had questions, not just about the kitchens, not just about the foods, and not just about what's going to happen later at the closing event, but they also were really interested in the home.
Yes, and I think that's a great element that what you're saying is that there's so many little details that when you're just passing by a house, you admire it for what it is, but you're really not sure what the history behind it is, and so that I think that's what adds value to the tour. The fact that Claude Pepper lived there, that's wonderful. Also, the Community Foundation. Tell me about the role of the Community Foundation as it pertains to this event.
Absolutely. The Coral Gables Community Foundation was founded 21 years ago. We just celebrated our 21st anniversary at our annual gala in mid-October at the Coral Gables Country Club. And our role is really to fill in the gaps where funding exists today. For example, we all hear about the federal level, the state level, the regional level, and even the local level. There are just not enough monies to go around to do everything that a community would like to do. And so therefore the funds, we're a nonprofit. We raise monies and we give back to the community, and over the past 21 years we've given over $3 million back into the Coral Gables community. Funded things as seed money for the Coral Gables Museum, for the Coral Gables Art Cinema, and in particular for the Tour of Kitchens, this being our 4th year. And Dawn has just been fantastic, and with her co-chair, Pat Blanco of Baptist Hospital, they've really raised this to another level. But I do want to say that the we designate a portion of the funds that are raised to go for scholarships for students in the culinary arts program at the Coral Gables High School. So if they want to go on to, for example, Johnson & Wales or Miami-Dade or any other culinary arts program wherever, we're happy to try to help.
We look forward to continued success and anything we can do. Obviously, the Tour of Kitchens is January 26th, and you can actually get tickets where? Online? I know you have a website. It's CoralGablesTourOfKitchens.com.
That's correct.
Right.
Is there any other way of getting tickets?
You know, we do sell them online. We also have historically sold them by telephone, because some folks may not, you know, have access to the computer right now. Of course, that's changing with all the mobile applications.
Yes.
But there are even little things you can scan right offline. We can purchase tickets, but we also will have paper tickets, and we do have people who show up literally the day of the event. And so most people plan ahead because we will max out at a certain number.
So you'll sell only a certain amount of tickets?
Well, and it really will be dependent upon the number of persons we think we can adequately transport. As Donna mentioned, the city has been fantastic, and we're working with them to try to line up the trolleys and make it more green, rather than having, you know, all these cars driving all over, but have the trolleys go around and take people around as much as possible. So that will dictate, I think, you know, how many folks we can have.
All right.
And Pat Blanca wanted me to mention that the docents in each home that sort of guide people through the home come from Doctors Hospital and their nurses.
Wow, so they're donating their time as well.
Community service time.
So that's great.
Yeah, we're all
Everyone
volunteers. Yes, we're all volunteers.
And we're all stakeholders.
Yes.
That's in our community.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much. Continued success, and we look forward to your event.
Thank you so much.
And so you can get tickets, as I said, at CoralGablesTourOfKitchens.com. And that does it for this edition of Coral Gables Now. Thank you so much for joining us and for watching Coral Gables Television. And we hope you have a great holiday season from our family to yours. We'll see you next year.